Hey guys, it's Connor here, and I'm just gonna go with you my tackle box. I know Lucas has gone through his. I have a lot more bass stuff. Here's my rods and what I use in the springtime. Here's my first one. This is probably my most useful bait caster with me. It's equipped with a crankbait. So, this is a Quantum, a tournament rod. This is probably the best combo out there on the market, in my opinion. I know a lot of people would have different opinions, but it's worked great. This is my first ever bait caster. And my second one is my newest rod to my addition is my Fluger. I use this a lot for just pitching jigs and catching really whatever. But it's made for walleye, but I use a lot of casting with it. I've walleye fished a couple times, and I say that it works just as good for bass fishing. It's just equipped with a little jig right there. Here is my newer bait caster. It's a Fluger. It's just equipped with a KVD right now. I like to use this for my bigger baits to throw them out there. So, yeah. Here is my lures of choice. In the springtime, I like to use stuff that goes down about 3 or 4 inches, down deep in the deeper in the water. I don't like to use that deeper stuff because it'll just hit the bottom because our ponds aren't that too deep. This is probably one of my favorites. I usually like to use some rattle traps. Those work really good too. I got a couple in here. Here's my other ones. Here's a bigger one. And here's my smaller one for smaller bass. Here's another crankbait. This one goes probably down 2 feet maybe. I really like to work everything slow in the springtime because that water's still cold, and you don't want it to go right by their face so they notice it. They won't really chase it too fast. Here's what I like to use for my bigger fish. This is my jerk bait. It's just blue and green on the bottom. Works really good. Here's my other crankbait. I haven't really got to use this one too much, and hopefully I'll get to use it. The water's really cold, so I don't know if that orange will attract them. I really like to use minnows, fake minnows, just rubbery minnows. I got some milk minnows in here, and I don't know why I got a top water in there, but top waters are probably the worst you can use until that water gets warm enough. Here is my Senkos and my power bait and my plastics. I haven't got too much into these. I only got a couple. I got a couple more bags in the house, but here's probably one of my favorites, Senkos. This orangish color that it really attracts the fish once the water warms up. Here's my power bait. I have a lot of these because last year I caught one of my biggest fish. It had to be at least 7 pounds. So in this bag, I just have some beavers, and here's what I like to call beavers. I've caught a lot of nice fish on those. And my black worms, haven't really caught too much on those, hoping so I can. Here is my white and black minnows. I haven't really caught anything on these, but I've only used them a couple times, so hopefully I'll catch something. And here is my just plastics. I have just a couple things in here. Don't really use too many of these, but hopefully I'll get into those. Here is what I like to use just to cut up for small bass. I just cut them and put them on a little jig, or because they're really hard. And or maybe some bluegill, big bluegill, or something like that. Here's the tackle box that I carry around with me. I use this for whenever I see a big bass in the water, I'll throw that out. It has really sharp hooks on it, so I keep that in the sack. I usually keep scissors with me and some pliers. Over here I got a turkey. Here is my other one, the line snapped on it because I lost one of my lures. Here I got my Daiwa reel. I'll just pull it out. Daiwa reel. Really nice reel. Recommended it. It's probably the cheapest one that will work for anything. I usually use it for catfishing or bass fishing. And here's my my pro angler rod. Man, this is probably one of my best combos besides that Fluger. That one's really nice. Don't really use it much for catfishing. I usually use like my catfishing pole. That one's big. It's like right here. Down here I got two KVD 40s. This is my KVD 40. This one right here, just equipped with one of my favorite crankbaits. This is my Quantum equipped with the same rod. They're just ugly sticks. This is a jig. Never really caught anything on the jig. I've tried it a couple times, but I think it's just too big for the kind of fish that really like eat this. Here's just my regular tackle box. I just keep my catfishing and walleye stuff in here, and a few of my bass stuff. Here is a little plastic or rubber bluegill. I've caught a lot of fish on this actually. And here are my, that one's just discolored. This is a lot more white. And in here I got some jigs, some crankbaits for smallmouth, and just here's what I like. Here, if I can open it, give me a second. There we go. Here's my trout bin. I trout fish probably maybe once a month. I'll try to get out there this year. Try to make some videos for that. But maybe I can get out there with Lucas. Hopefully I can catch some. I just get that in a little thing. Just down here I got a lot of random stuff. Like here, this is what I want to get into, these little plastic worms. Maybe put that on a little jig or something. Something will sure eat that. I got a lot of walleye things in here. Just nails full of walleye. My biggest walleye is probably 4 or 5 pounds. And I go up down at Fort Randall and catch a lot of fish there. But I usually just fish down in my pond down here. There's a couple walleye in there, but I usually catch them on crankbaits. So I'm going to end off this video for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe, like for more videos, and then I'll end it off here. Thank you.